Assalamu alaikum. I'm Malik Hodge, prophet of the Levites, and a priest of the Abrahamic covenant representing the book of the seven thunders. Sisters and brothers, this presentation is titled A Talk with the People, with my people. Sisters and brothers, understanding what the hate of the black man and woman exists, how the hate of the black man and woman to describe that hate that this nation and this people of this nation, the hate that they have for the black man and woman, how deep that hate is. The hate is to destroy the black man and woman. The hate that took everything from the black man and woman of America. Everything that they went, kidnapped us, brought us here, and took everything, language, God, every knowledge, everything from you, took it all, took your humanity from you, labeled you as an animal in this system, in their bylaws or constitutional laws, that the black man and woman is three-fifths of a man, an animal, had no human rights for hundreds of years. So the hate of the black man and woman, the hate that the laws that are written, the police hate, the laws hate, the scientific study, the studying of the black man, the studying to destroy the black man, the studying to destroy you with the food, the study, they study in hatred of the black man and woman to destroy. They study ways to keep the black man and woman down. They give jobs to nations to keep them from the black man and woman. Margaret Sanger has destroyed the lives of over 220 million black babies. This is what type of hate that this country has for the black man and woman. And the hate for the black man and woman just does not stop in this country. It stems every nation around the world has a hate for the black man and woman of America. At the bottom hated. No one spoke up on behalf of the hundreds of years of terrorism, affliction, murdering of the black man and woman. No one, no nation stood up and said anything about the conditions and what was taking place here in America with the black man and woman. The constant changing of the law to imprisonment the black man and woman. The police is still with a right to kill, still killing. Every day you still can witness with cameras the killing, the assassination of black men and women, the murdering. Of a nation, a people that has practiced this practice since they came in contact with you to destroy you. Now, brothers and sisters, they hate this system, everything about it. It's been built to destroy the black man and woman. Now they look to demasculate you, to and transgender you, to homosexuality, all pushing it on your children in their TVs, programming this into babies. Do you know how deep the hate is for the black man and woman? Knowing how deep it is, how far will they go? The scriptures tell you how far they will go. Because they're going to go as far as fighting God, going to war with God over their hate of the black man and woman of America. Because the truth, the 400 years that God's chosen people will be in this strange land, afflicted, terrorized, enslaved by these people, this nation. It has given up under terror a interpretation of the scriptures that has been fortified and nurtured by terrorism. Into the minds of the black man and woman, of this spook God, of this God that exists in a world after you're dead, and this devil that exists in the middle of the earth that lives in fire. Disconnecting the reality and keeping you in a spook, making you the spirit. In spirit only are you going to deal with God and the devil. They can't be a physical form. This is just spirit. So they wiped out, taken. And that's the plan of the devil, to make you think he doesn't exist. So if he don't exist, God don't exist. Both of them is a spook. Both of them is some spirit. Then you both in some world that exists outside of reality. But the conditions, but the works of the devil, the works of the people, the works of that you see that is done, it's what you judge them by. Their works. This nation, it said, this nation, this Adam will be made to shed blood, the mischief around the world, on the land. That he will go out and conquer, shedding blood, bloodshed and mischief. Sure that it will be two, that Gog and Magog, two world powers. It's only been two world powers since they've been released out of the dark ages. This is their renaissance. However, they've been made you look at the scriptures as if they already happened. But if you read the scriptures, it's telling you what is to happen, what's going to happen. This is a text to giving you the understanding to follow through to the end of time, of their time. And it shares with you after the 400 years of my people being in a strange land, I will send one that will raise them up, and I'm going to bring them out to a land, to their land, back hither again to the land from the great river Egypt to the great river Euphrates. I'm going to bring them out of that land. I will judge that nation that afflicted them. So, the truth of the scriptures bear witness to the time and the people and the hate that is distributed uh, uh, on the black man and woman by America. And other nations hate it because of who we are. Now, sisters and brothers, think about this. Think about the truth that the scriptures share. It said that the scriptures were going to be sealed up so that they couldn't, so that no one could corrupt them. They were sealed so they couldn't be corrupted. They wouldn't be corrupted. And it's sure that one man will come and unseal the scriptures. That's what would be his credentials. He will unseal the scriptures. He will have hair of wool. He will be conceived at the same time a star was conceived in the east. And you looking in the sky like this is a star. No, false Israel was conceived, and it represented, it raised his flag, that flag with the Star of David in the east at 1948. That will be the same time of the conceiving of the Christ, because the Antichrist raised its flag at the same time as the conceiving of the Christ. Now, a messenger came and shared with the black man and woman that the scriptures, you're living them out. You're living out Exodus. You are the true seed of Abraham. You're the tribe of Shabazz. You're the Levite tribe. You're the people of God. You're living out the scriptures. So, the devil is the Caucasian white man. The devil is not something in the earth that you can't find, that some spook, this mystery, this cartoon creature. No, reality. And how do you recognize the devil? By his works. His biggest trick is to make you think that he didn't exist, or he's not who he is. But the devil, what would he do? Make mischief and bloodshed throughout the world. It will be two nations, two superpowers, two world powers in this time, the Gog and Magog, Britain and America. And it will be one that they worshiped, and that is false Israel. It's made in the image of Britain, and they're made to worship it. Now, America and Britain set false Israel up in the Middle East in 1948. That's the star. The, the lamb, or the crusher, or the Christ, Joshua, he was conceived in 1948. Now, the messenger was sent. He raised a nation inside of a nation that scared the dog boo boo out of America. We wanted separation, total separation. In that produced the counter, because of, if we were allowed to separate, their thinking and their ideologies was no longer going to be pushed because we would have been separated, teaching our own, doing for self, having ourselves. So the building of the mind in the nation right there was that couldn't be allowed. So that truth and power had to be nullified by integrating so that they can push. If you integrate, then you can nullify separation and growth of a particular, so they can, you know, um it was used to attack that idea of total separation. So they had to integrate, integration. And the false Jews are the haters, those that hated you, hate you to this day, that stole your name, stole your identity, took those that are master seed in the first place. Because we think all blacks are black. No, there's 17 million black people that are black in color, but they are the seed of the slave master. They're master's children from 400 years of rape. They got the nature of their fathers. You are born, you start off as a sperm, a complete ideal, and you grow in the egg. You go living, swimming into the egg and then grow there. So the seed is already has everything in it and is developed in the egg. It grows to come out. Now, they utilize the demons, master seed, these Christians that have a nature of loving their fathers in their fathers' ways. So they're in tune with the low vibrations of their fathers, in the mind, in the thought pattern of their fathers. They're in tune with that. So they used their black-faced children to impersonate the black man and woman, to implement these laws so that they can get into our communities, so they can act like they're assisting us. So they started the SDLC, founded and funded by false Jews. The NAACP, founded and funded by false Jews. The false Jews let you know that 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 segregate integration was necessary for it was a necessity for them. Let me say it like that. For their well-being. So they started, this is in all this, they funded, lobbied the 13th Amendments. None of those things was brought about by black people. Those was done by Thurgood Marshall, who they set in the seat, demons And brothers and sisters, you got to understand to counter they control they're like the good and bad cop, but they are both of them. They're the Democratic Party and the Republicans. They own both, so which way you go, they both have an agenda of hate to destroy you. One is outright, they just have two different agendas, but they're both against you. So they control every aspect of how you think and how you see things. They give you, what they do is they've entwined and took the message from the messenger. Louis Farrakhan, the chief demon, Aaron of the scriptures, he tells you that he was left in charge, that he was the messenger's mouthpiece. His father is a Portuguese Jew. His father's parents are Portuguese Jews, white, Caucasian Portuguese Jews. He told you his dad raped his mom. She tried 3 times to abort him because of the rape. Excuse me. So the messenger, he says, shit, he's left in charge. He's the one, he's next. He's supposed to be the one left to speak to the people. Now, at the messenger's passing, somehow he didn't stand up. He's a coward. You know, he acts like he's so militant and he's so hard. And in the time at, that he's supposed to stand up and saying, he's the one, he didn't say nothing. He was quiet. Not only he allowed Wallace and those that allowed him, Wallace in. So you have to think on many of the mindsets of who, you know, the individuals that was in there in high places that were informants, federal informants, working for the government, not black faces like demons in inside informants. So that's just the how in how serious the demons are to our downfall, to our suppression, to our uh, keeping us from coming together, because it's 17, one out of every 2 people are blacks are demons. So it's 17 million original, it's 17 million demons. So we are possessed by demons. So Wallace ended up head of the nation, totally against his father and the teachings that came from the God. He's pushing Sunnism. He's going to get rid of the teachings from Elijah Muhammad. And he's going to totally get rid of all the assets of the Nation of Islam. The whole foundation of what his father set up for us as a people, he destroyed it. And he didn't do it alone. Louis Farrakhan, E-Man, what is his name? Okay. Anyway, Louis Farrakhan was his head imam. He instantly turned against the messenger. He denounced the messenger. He said, I love him, but I don't see him as the messenger of God. I see Muhammad as God's last and greatest messenger. He said, Master Fard Muhammad, I love him, but I don't see him as God. He said again that he was a hypocrite, and how much did he really believe in the messenger Farad while the messenger was present? He said out of his mouth, he didn't believe it at all. So how do you stop the growth of a nation? How do you keep it from refestering and coming back? Especially when you know that what they're saying is the truth, when you know that God and the truth is in that nation. So much so that nations came together to try to, to suppress the truth, to the point they built a nation and named it to describe or to put in place as the nation that they know was being brought up by God. So you know, in no aspect can we allow the thinking, because the seed of the truth has been planted. And truth, the power of it and the pressure of it continues to dominate the low level thinking and lies. So they know that the thought, the truth has been spoken and it's resonating on the minds of those people. We can't stop it from resonating. So we have to put somebody in charge that is with us to keep them from seeing that truth. That's what Louis Farrakhan has been paid to do consistently. So it's like, to keep and to know where it's going, you have to put somebody in there to run and operate it. You can't let it fester, and the truth of the one, see, they already knew a Messiah was to come out of that. They told you, we got to stop the raising of a Messiah. So we have to put somebody that will make this nation into these things that we want. So we have to control it. We have to have an individual, and we have to control it and direct it so the Messiah can't come into it and blossom, and the people find the Messiah and they connect or to the Messiah. So they had to put and control that presence, just like they do every other nation, brothers and sisters. They go in and put somebody in the nation that runs the nation or the country that they want in there, that's listening to them, that is doing the things that they want and keeping their their mind, their wants or their ways in control of the nation. So they put someone out of them in there, which is Louis Farrakhan. Now, this is how his daddy, he's a Jew himself. He's a white Caucasian Portuguese Jew in a black skin. Everything that he expresses is totally against Elijah Muhammad's teachings. He wants to integrate. He wants to bring whites into the Nation of Islam. He don't want separation. Totally separation. Elijah Muhammad, total separation. The whole ideal of Elijah Muhammad, the Master Fard Muhammad come, was to separate us and prepare us to get out of America, to leave, to get back to our land. What the scriptures, and to judge America. Now, Lewis has carried out all the counterintelligence demands to make the nation a, um, a redevelopment, a mind redevelopment, to take the hate or calling devils devil, the white man devils, to take that out. Now, they're no longer devils. he hasn't produced anything that you can relate to as a nation in 42 years and been having tons of income coming in. He's a user of the people. Why do you love him? Because he does nothing. He uses the black man and woman. That's what we love, to get used. He hasn't produced, he doesn't have. The messenger left with banks, businesses, farmland to do for self. That was the nations. There is no nation, a building, a, a place to go, a temple, and he don't even have temples. He is his mosque. The messenger set up temples. So, brothers and sisters, Louis Farrakhan, the chief demon, is a agent. He's not a hypocrite because his nature is wouldn't allow him to understand, to accept the truth anyway. So he's reflecting his nature. Now, that hate, he don't want to see us go nowhere because he's not going nowhere. He know our rise is the end of him. He don't believe anything that he says. Nothing. Everything, yeah, messenger shared with me. And he should always somebody that shared with him. Just a line dog. Now, America thinks they're gonna get away with hundreds of years of hate, hundred of years of consequence, and to have you really, black man and woman, really trying to caught up in their ignorance to think that you just gonna say we sorry. Oh, we sorry. Hell yeah, you sorry. Sorry as hell. And you're gonna be judged for what you done. Because they can say they sorry, they haven't done anything at all to compensate not one damn thing that they've done to the black man and woman. Nothing. They haven't made any concessions on in no way at all. And they have to receive the consequence. That's consequence is set in. Every action has an opposite but an equal reaction. That's like what they would call, well, we know that ain't Newton's law. Cause Newton name ain't no damn law, but that's equivalent to that. Every action has an opposite and equal reaction. And ain't nothing they can do to get away with their actions. And brothers and sisters, the hate that they have for you, the hate that they have for us. You got the demons always, trying to speak up in defense of, oh, we all right now. Okay. They speaking up for their fathers. They don't, we totally two different people. Now, this is another thing. This same concept of demonology has been used in many different kingdoms, many different countries by the white man, going in and pillaging, going in without their woman, having babies, and then about time they left countries in Africa right now that are still being, have a division or control problem because of the black face demons that was left in control of areas when they white fathers left out. Their children were the ones that were left in control of these areas. And this thing can be seen in um man, give me a second. I'm in I got it right on the tip of my tongue. Um, oh man, that little country. Where kangaroos come from? Mm, mm, mm. Ooh, okay, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Mm, mm, mm. Australia, where they went in and put this hybrid in and got rid of the people there and put in a hybrid of white folks in there, devils, a demon set up where they just fortified it with demons, black face demons, and then they because they this is something that they do. This ain't not something new to them. This is a study that you can go back and go look up, and they use this demon, this um race that blending by the male seed of the Caucasian and puts it with the people or the tribesmen and make babies and get and kills dominant and destroys the male seed. They kill the males off and make a whole nother a breed of they self. So this ain't nothing new. So brothers and sisters, the hate, we are hated on all levels, all around the board. Nations hate you for being the true seed of Abraham, or the Levites, or the tribe of Shabazz. They hate you. They hate you. Even Africans, they have a hate for you because they don't see you for who you are. When you see something happen to a black, you don't see them, black man, you don't see them riding and marching or whatever for you. They don't do it. They keep to themselves unless something happens with them. So there's no one out here giving you this truth that is for you, black man and woman. For you. God is coming with vengeance on America. And you caught up in this American dream trying to get your part of this dream. When this dream is about to be wiped out, all that basketball and baseball and football, all this sport and play that got your mind caught up all out of reality. Claiming that, then claiming that mm, 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 that y'all good people or righteous people. Let me say it like this because that's a little off. Being influenced by Christians, Christianity, being influenced with what put the very thing that put you in slavery and afflicted you. Endless affliction, and they didn't stop on their own. They didn't stop because they wanted to. They was made to stop because the energy that you were getting every 50 years. And the time. So they had their run. Now they're being judged. Their judgment started in 2020. Now, we right on the brinks of the war. You preachers, clergies, and all, everybody speaking, giving you a whole lot of nothings, lies. They can't tell you nothing. They can't give you no definite about nothing. They can't show you nothing. All they do is have their own talk about what God told them, and they can't what they have everybody's opinion is different. And they spook God and they spook God and Jesus and praying and hooping and hollering, but they ain't giving you no understanding of these wars that is coming, that are up on you right now. Look, look at what's going on in the Middle East. What's been shared with you years in advance that we speak on every time out to get you prepared for what's about to happen. When the scriptures tell you revelation, what's about to happen, you can't go what what types of things are about to happen, that unprecedented trouble is finna come up on you. Famine, uh blood as high as a horse's brawl, blood. This country, do you understand? You your mind is so locked into this American dream, and that's about to get, you're gonna get you're gonna be shook like a rag doll. Shook. And a lot of our people are going to lose their lives, because when these things happen, you're not going to move. You're not going to know what's going on until, see, you don't, they're already planning to get rid of you. And you're sitting up worried about who's winning the game and and you're not prepared, you're not listening. And you got these people blocking you from hearing the truth. All these demons, these masters, masters, preachers that he taught, that they go to his school. They are paid by master. These preachers, they can't, federal grants, federal paying, federal everything they do, they get paid by master to keep your mind into master's ways. Keep on preaching, R. Keep keep teaching and preaching what we gave you. Keep it going. And they are blocking you from the truth. You speak all this, and it tells you Jesus is gonna come and bring you out of this. Uh, he will break the seven seals. What, his hair will be like wool. He will be concepted in 48. See, if they plant, and they did, for a Messiah, but they knew they couldn't stop him. But they got Louis Farrakhan in there just directing, playing the band for him, playing the band. Because when they spoke about a Messiah, they didn't say his name at all, because they knew they already had him. They wasn't studying him. That's another way. They never said Louis Farrakhan could be a possible. He was already teaching. They said um what's his um mm, 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 what, whatever. I think of it. Um, but they never said nothing about Lewis, and he was teaching. His big mouth was all over the place, but they knew they already had him. They knew they had him, so they wasn't even. expecting him to be no Messiah because they knew he wasn't no Messiah. He ain't no damn Messiah. He's a Malaya, a fake master seed. He's a demon. And that's it, brothers and sisters. And you act like, but they're out to get rid of you. Look up, they got America trying to bust them out there, got weapons to get rid of, to let go and biological weapons that will get rid of, that will kill blacks and not them. So all the things that they have been doing to get rid of us since day one, and they haven't done anything. They lie to your face right now. They don't want to tell their children what they've done. They talking about critical race theory. Ain't no damn theory about what they've done to the black man and woman. However, when this war in the Middle East breaks out, tribulations, the things that they speak on, do you understand that the things that is spoke on about tribulations in the scriptures is about to happen? And y'all act like this is gonna be some cupcake, some happy, rejoiceful time that's about to go happen here on ground zero in America. And you understand what the fall of America is? Do you understand what war? They say the scriptures tell you that they hate you and they gonna go to war with God about you because your rising is their downfall. Is their end. You're an existential threat to them. Period. But see, the thing is disbelief. Disbelievers in the truth. Disbelieving. Blocking these people, blocking you from it. Like the mystery. God is a mystery. The devil is a mystery. What it ain't? You, God, and the devil is all a man. A man. You, the the thing is, they want to act like the devil don't exist and God don't exist, so you can't pinpoint what's taking place. You got uh, some heaven in the sky after you die. Oh, mama got her wings. Daddy got his wings. That's ignorant. That's ignorant. Sitting up praying and all kind. Don't go to the hospital. Don't let a man help you. Just keep on praying. Don't it. Don't go to work. Just keep praying. Don't get up and do nothing to get it. Just keep on praying and see what you gonna get. Pray your pray your tongue out. When you get sick and you know how when you get sick and when it's time to go to don't go to the hospital. Just keep praying and see what do you need to go see a man? Do you need a man or a woman to assist? Do you need a doctor? Or can you just keep praying and see if God come help you? Some mystery spook God. You need a man to assist you or a woman to assist you. So I'm going to bring this to a close because, yes, let me bring this to a close. Sisters and brothers, they hate. They hate you. They hate us. They hate us. And they are being judged for what they've done. They're not getting away with it. In this war in the Middle East, the abomination of desolation, they're telling you any day, war in the Middle East, war with Iran, false Israel's telling you it is imminent. It's imminent. Michael and his angels are going to war with the dragon and his angels. Michael, Master Fard Muhammad, Iran and Syria is going to war with the dragon, the House of Assad, America and Britain, and false Israel. That's the abomination of desolation, brothers and sisters. I'm going to end it here. Don't let this cheap demon keep you away from the truth. He one of them. He's a devil. His daddy is a devil. A portrait, he's a direct descendant. Don't you think they don't know where they picking and choosing from? They know it damn well they had to get one of them. They know what they doing. They ain't gonna go get some original man to put him in. Hell no, because they know he's subject to flip on them. He know they can't control his thinking. They go get one of their children. That's what they do. That's called demon, a wolf in sheep's clothes. So they make a wolf and implant them. They put them in there and get a wolf that is one of their children, know the language, look like you, know your languages, and then they put them in there as a puppet master while you thinking you got somebody out of your nation. It's one of them, one of their children, looking like you, impersonating impersonating the people. That's evident. I'm gonna leave it right there. And I'm gonna greet you as I came in the greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum.